Welcome. This is Lights Out Tarot. We're listening to a little bit of Bob Marley. Gonna be alright. Today we're going to do a collective energy update. I'm going to tell you how I feel today. Tired, drained, sore. Like there's change, but I don't see it. I'm curious. I want to see it. Maybe that's the impatience, but today we're going to be working with some oracle cards through the crystallery deck. We're going to start off the day or the evening, morning, wherever you're at, with some Rider-Waite Tarot. We can do a little read from the tarot from Thoth. This is Aleister Crowley's tarot deck. And it's illustrated by, where does it say that again? Painted by Lady Frida Harris. You gotta give your respect and props to these people. They put a lot of work into this. And today we'll do a little reading from the little handbook as well as a guide for. I'm unfamiliar with that new deck here, so this will help me and you learn at the same time. So this will be slightly educational. We're gonna do some intuitive pulling as well. Get your crystals, get your tea, settle in. Don't forget to breathe. And let's get this reading. Let's get this reading going. Yeah. I like the tea and insight. No woman, no cry. Okay, so collectively reading today, the date, if we want to get down to the nitty-gritty, is December 4th, 2022. It's the 12th month, 4th day, the 22nd year. And we are going to read the general collective energy, do an update. What do we need to know? What is going on in the world right now? There's a Women's Day March in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Today I didn't go to the gym. Today I said I was going to go to the sauna, but I didn't. That's a card. We're not going to look at it yet, and we're not going to read reversals today. We'll get into reversals as I'm a little bit more familiar with doing readings for everybody. No. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, comment. I'll put a timestamp when the reading really starts for those that are super impatient. For those of you just joining or have been watching from the beginning and sticking through, thank you for your patience. Oh, that's way too many. It's a half a deck. We got one card. We're going to go for 3, just for the collective energy. What is today's energy? This isn't love. This isn't career. This isn't finances. This isn't anything about anything except for the energy that's present in the world today. That is one card, and it is. I've seen it. I didn't want to see it, but I saw it. All right. Let's flip it this way. See if that changes the reaction for the cards. Yeah. It's 2. I'll take the top one. But I'll show you what the one I'm putting away was. 9 of Wands. This is a battle. This is a struggle. This is what I was saying at the beginning of the reading here. This is how I feel today, to say the least. I mean, I'm standing, and I'm on guard. I'm ready. And there's been some battles behind. But there's still, it looks like this man has post-traumatic stress disorder. And that is totally understandable given the circumstances. If you were to have to fight for your entire life just to live and survive and to preserve who you are. Okay, so let's begin. The time in the video is 4:55. We're flipping the cards. We got the Knight of Cups. We got the Devil card. And it is in reverse. Nine of Swords in reverse. You know what? We're going to read reversals today. That's how we're doing it. That's how they showed up. But I think it's better anyways. Knight of Cups. It's the first card present. Collective read. A love offer, some sort of emotions being gifted. Moving forward. Crossing a river. Crossing into new territory. Setting new goals, new heights. But with your heart and your emotions. Feeling bound with the Devil card. This could be contracts. This could be the music industry. This could be a toxic love relationship. Perhaps in the past there was some sort of love offers that were presented that were toxic and felt like you were bound by the neck with a chain to the literal devil himself. As above, so below. Your mind and your body were trapped. This could be government structures, government systems, perhaps them saying, hey, we're here to love you. We're here to give this helping hand. Here's some money. Stay inside. And then the devil, now you're trapped to this contract that's been created. But getting out of your head now. Nine of Swords. 9 is almost 10. 10 of Swords is the end of the 10 of Swords. What is the 10 of Swords again? 3 of Swords is betrayal. What is 10 of Swords? What does that look like again? I just need the visual. Googling. Oh, 10 of Swords is straight up betrayal. 10 Swords in the back. Yeah. So, 9 of Swords in reverse. Much better than 10 of Swords. But even though the 10 of Swords would be the end, 9 of Swords in reverse, you are coming out of your head. You're getting out of bed. You're upright. If this was how the bed was, you'd be falling out of bed. So you'd have no choice but to get out of bed. You may have been in a severe depression. The collective may have been in a severe depression, let's say. Collectively, the earth, the people of the earth, the inhabitants, and even the animals felt trapped and bound to some sort of false offer of love. What love? Let's get together and feel all right. Okay, let's clarify. What is a Knight of Cups? I'm just going to clarify what the Knight of Cups was so we don't just start spewing. Intuitively, what I'm feeling is there was a false love offer that, and this isn't love, career, or romance, there was false emotions that was presented as truth. Okay, we're going to start with these two. The High Priestess clarifies the Knight of Cups. This could have been some sort of spiritual, authoritative, governmental system. This could have been the moon cycles, black and white. This could have been racial discrepancies or disparities. And maybe people trying to come together, one love. Feeling bound with the devil, clarifying the devil is the fool. So this is a brand new journey. This man stepping off the edge of a cliff, not looking where he's going. And that could have been treachery right there. You were just in, or the collective, let's say, was in high hopes and just foolish, blindly following the directions of this Knight of Cups, blindly following the devil. Let's clarify this. 9 of Swords. What is one card, please, for the 9 of Swords? And if there's two, then the two cards are, we'll use them. But preferably one card, please. There we go. Oh, it was this card. No, it wasn't actually. Where'd it go? Well, here's one. Yeah, we're going to restart that little pull because it was a Knight of Swords that I saw. And then I started pulling for my own. There we go. One card to clarify. Okay. It is in reverse, and I guess we're taking reversals because we started with it. This is the Nine of Cups reverse. Okay. Clarifying the 9 of, so 9-9. The Devil is 15 card. If you put that together, it's 6. 6 is an inverted 9. And these are inverted 9s, so it's 666 if you really look at it. See, upside down, a 9 is a 6, but that's backwards because it's mirrored image. But this would be a 9, but it's in reverse, so it's a 6. And if you put the Devil together, it's a 1 plus a 5, which is a 6. So coincidentally, we got 666 on the board here. The Fool is 0. Knight of Cups has no card, and the High Priestess is 2. So, back to the beginning here. Collectively, Knight of Cups in the past offering emotions. Either the collective was offered emotions or the collective was offering emotions. That seemed to be of merit from an authoritative figure. Maybe some people in higher, like maybe the Pope was saying some stuff, maybe prime ministers, governmental organizations, different churches, religious organizations were offering help, offering assistance. But this was actually a contract from the devil, and it wasn't the truth, because the devil is a lie. And it bound man and woman to the devil for some time, clarifying the devil was the fool. Humans were foolish. Inhabitants, earth residents, were foolish and believed in this Knight of Cups, because if you look at it, this is how they're facing the. When I'm seeing it, this is the first card. This is in the second placement. The Fool is looking up at this Knight of Cups. So the Fool, clarifying the devil, it was a foolish contract, and they were looking up in hopes, but were falling over a pit. They were falling out of bed. They were falling out of their stability. They're stuck in their head. There's 9. This is depression. This is anxiety, mental turmoil. This was a very tough cycle. This was a very tough cycle, and it left you feeling ungrounded in your emotions. Like that 1 cup that was being offered to you just ruined all the 9 cups that you had ready, prepared, where you were satisfied in yourself. But I'm still seeing that you have it. It is the 9 of Cups, but it's in reverse. So like you still can turn things around. It's just it made you feel, at least the collective, that they were out of their own stability, out of their own emotional groundedness. Now, what can we do to let's see. We're going to shuffle, and then we're going to look at the bottom of the deck and the top of the deck. Bottom of the deck, we're going to say is, see, now this one to justice. Justice flew out. This one to fly out. How are we going to get justice in this situation? Is there going to be justice? Is there going to be legal proceedings that are going to be going in our favor? Quite possibly. The justice card wanted to fall out. So we're going to put that out on the table. Justice. How do we maintain, achieve, recalibrate? How do we get this balance back, this justice? Not revenge, but justice. Is this an official that's been watching the whole scene and observing? Kill it before it grows. We want justice. How do we get justice? Let's clarify. How do we get justice in this situation? Okay, that one wanted to fly out. Come out of the 10 of Wands. This was 10 of Wands in reverse when I pulled it. Put it down. Based on my perspective here, that's how I saw it when it flew out. Don't forget to drink some water. And don't get tea on your cards. Don't get tea on your cards, everybody. It'll damage them. Second time. I think these ones don't get water damage, which is nice. So to get this justice, we're seeking justice. Here's another card. It was in the upright. There's going to be heartbreak either way. Okay, justice is clarified by 10 of Wands in reverse, coming out of that 10 of Wands, the burdensome, dealing with your heartbreak in the middle. These swords, justice is gonna hurt. Like, you're gonna hear some stuff that's not gonna be pleasant, but it's going to get you focusing more on your pentacles and what you've accumulated. You're still in your head slightly. You're not necessarily pleased, but you're in work mode. You're going to get out of your heart. You're going to deal with the pain, the stabbing, and the heart. Could have been third-party dealings like governmental structures or a third party, these religious organizations or third parties. And they have made you burdened. They provided you false hope. That's what I'm seeing intuitively. That's a really, usually I get like happy readings, but that's okay. This is a collective read. This isn't my energy necessarily, but what I felt today was tired and sore, but that's from doing physical activity and exercises at squats. And like trauma resides in the muscles in the body, so you got to kind of work that out. And as you're doing your exercises, you might feel sadness and pains, and it'll bring up the old hurts. But read it up. Little darling, stir it up. We want justice. To get justice, we're going to need to get out of the 10 of Wands. Stop feeling burdened. Put down your burdens. We're going to have to deal with this heartbreak because that's directly underneath the justice. Directly underneath justice. Maybe this justice is going to help you get out of heartbreak, or collectively when we start to see people get persecuted, or not persecuted. What is it? Prosecuted. That's the word. When there's some prosecutions happening for the wrongs that were done against the collective, we're going to be able to mend these. But you don't actually want to pull the swords out of the heart, or else you bleed out, unless you're in like a facility where they can patch up your heart, let's say, like in a medical thing. So we might need to reform the medical system as well here. There might be justice for the medical system based on that. And then moving forward, you're going to want to look at the 7 of Pentacles. So 3 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles is a 10. And then the 10 of Wands in reverse. To get your 10 back, because the 10 of Wands is in reverse, to get your 10 back, you're going to need to heal this heartbreak. Your heart chakra collectively needs to heal the earth, because heart is an anagram for earth. If you just rearrange the words of heart, it's earth. And 7 of Pentacles. Pentacles is money. These are round discs. The earth is round. Circular. This is a 2-dimensional image, by the way. When you look at the circle, whatever. 3 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles. That's how you're going to get your 10 back. You got to heal your heartbreak and focus on your money. And that's going to be justice for the collective. Okay, let's put these away, because that was a doozy of a reading. I mean, not the most pleasant, but sometimes the truth hurts, they say. And truth might be justice. You might just need the truth. Can you guys hear the music? I can hear it in the headphones, but yeah, hopefully you guys can hear it. Let's see, maybe I'll turn it up. Oh, yeah, it's too loud now. Okay, Oracle. Let's do some Oracle. Now my voice comes out on the monitor too, right? These are mindfulness cards. This is going to help us achieve this result of justice, healing the heartbreak. Buffalo soldier. You might have been feeling like you're a soldier. All's fair in love and war, they say. Looks like there's some cord cutting that needs to happen, or cord cutting is happening. based on the card that just came out. On arrival, fighting for survival. When I analyze the stench, to me it makes a lot of sense. Even if it's got some sad lyrics. Okay, what is going on? We want some more than that. Chord cutting is the biggest thing here, is what I'm seeing. Cut some chords. It says sharp and shadows. So shadows, shadow work. Shadow work can be sharp, painful. It might hurt. Cord cutting doesn't always feel nice. You're going to lose relationships. There's a divide here in the earth is breaking in half. There might be earthquakes coming up. That's going to separate continents from other continents. It's going to rupture. This might be foundations coming apart. But this is all through the cord cutting. As soon as you cut those cords, whatever was siphoning energy or passing energy back and forth is now severed. It's like cutting the umbilical cord between the mother and the child, and then there needs to be a new attachment that's created, which is usually through suckling on the teat, unless you feed your baby formula and all that stuff. But then now think about this: you're feeding your child formula. Now you have an attachment to the government or whoever's producing the formula, and not you and your child, which is separation. Okay, let's get a little deep here. So cord cutting, sharp and shadows. You're going to want to look into the darkest depths of yourself and analyze, what are you still attached to? Who are you still attached to? Are you creating attachments that are not necessary and are rupturing your foundations? Or you're creating bridges and connections that are going to bridge the gap that's been created from some previous separations? That's one way to look at it. But I'm saying you're going to have to, collectively, we're going to have to cut some cords here. Or cords are they're already being cut, because this cord is already cut. And it's changing foundations. Like governmental systems are going to change. Land masses and borders are changing as we speak during war. Boundaries are changing in general. One more. We want more. We don't want just one here. And I'll read from the passage in the book, and we'll close out this reading. I don't need to go into the Thoth one unless a bunch of people join my live right before I decide to close out, like last time. Last time I did a reading, it was like 20 minutes, and I was like, yeah, that's good. And then like 5 people to 10 people joined in, and I was like, oh, and I got a little excited. And I'm going to take one of these, the one that flew the furthest away. Come to calm. Beautiful, beautiful art. Come to calm. What I'm seeing when I see this is that there needs to be peace. Sodalite, there needs to be some peace, elevation. Butterflies change. There's butterfly symbolism. You could be cutting cords with your old self and then butterflying up, flying out of your cocoon. There's one. You, but only more so. And that resonates with what I just said. So a butterfly is still a caterpillar, but it's more. It's its next evolution. You, only more so. This has a spider, like a black widow. A spider has a cord coming from its behind. And looks like the death and rebirth. Like there's fresh bloom up top, and then opposite duality, the roses are falling down and they're starting to get old and shed their petals. Shedding is what a butterfly does from its cocoon stage. It sheds the cocoon. Snakes shed their skin, get reborn. Cutting cords with the old, shedding your old skin, finding peace, do some meditation, go by water, maybe skip some rocks. I'm seeing ripples in the water. And then you'll notice that the death was only just allowing growth. Get up, stand up. Let's read the passage from the book here. Crystallary for Obsidian, page 151. Stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up. Don't put up the fight. Here's the imagery, but much larger. Preacher, don't tell me that heaven is on the earth. Now you see the light. Stand up for your rights. We are in a period of cutting cords with the old structures. Sharp and shadows. Obsidian. On the Mohs hardness scale, it rates at a 5 to a 5.5. States here. Let's be clear. Obsidian is not a gentle friend. Obsidian is not a gentle friend. This is sharp. Sharp and shadows. This is obsidian. This is the one stone that I have next to me. Precise, yes. Masterful, always. Quicker than a cheetah taking down a gazelle? Absolutely. But gentle? That's not obsidian's domain. An uncompromising mirror and surgically sharp blade. Obsidian helps you see your shadows and excise them, which is to remove them surgically. No long, drawn out therapy sessions or weeks of vacillating. When it's time to let go, Obsidian tells you there's no mercy in taking it slow. And that, in and of itself, is sometimes a relief. Cut, 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 cut. Cut the old cords. Cut your addictions. Cut out wasting money. Cut out giving your energy to things that are just taking from you. Do it now. When you need the kind of honesty that lets you see your shadows clearly, when you are truly ready to make a final and clean break, when you want the letting go to be fast, call on Obsidian. Cut, cut, cut the cords. Here's a ritual. It says cutting cords, what you were talking about. Since the Stone Age, obsidian has been used when a sharp edge is needed. Surgeons still use obsidian scalpels when they need a blade sharper than a surgical steel. While we physically move on from relationships, jobs, and homes, we sometimes hold on to an emotional or spiritual part of our past. Obsidian is perfect ally to metaphorically cut the cord. Begin by closing your eyes and asking yourself where on or in your body you feel an attachment. Go with your first impressions and don't overthink it. Maybe you'll know who or what the cord is, maybe not, and that's okay. Ask yourself if you're ready to release whatever bindings you find. Ask yourself if you're ready to release whatever bindings you find. When the answer is yes, imagine your hand as an obsidian blade and use it to cut the cord. I felt that this is emotional and spiritual surgery. So be gentle with yourself as you heal. And then the next card looks pretty gentle. It says come to calm, right? So the first one was sharp and exaggerated. Like, this is earth-shattering business here. This is groundbreaking. The swords are coming up from the earth, broke through the earth, cut the cord, and cut the obsidian stone. Craziness. But then the next card we get is come to calm. So now that those rocks, see there's like 4 stones. This one has 5 stones. But the one stone that it's carrying away is the butterfly's carrying it away. So these could be representative of the stones that were just cut, but whatever. Come to calm. Very gentle, very soothing, very soft after the cords are cut. In the reflection portion of the book, it says, obsidian was shocked into existence, formed as molten volcanic glass, cooled quickly, so quickly, in fact, there was no time for the molecules to organize into a crystalline matrix. So it's not actually a crystal. Like obsidian, experiencing the trauma of extreme situations can cause us to freeze in an amorphous state, so a state where you're unable to morph. Our thoughts might remain unorganized, our reactions defensive, sharp, and cutting. What events in your life have formed fissures in your personality? What happens when you revisit those moments with obsidian's medicine of unremitting honesty? Speak your truth, even if your voice shakes. It's one of my favorite quotes. To soften obsidian sharpness, work with silver, gold, or rainbow sheen obsidian. In all 3 of these stones, gas bubbles align across the surface, adding a layer of metaphoric padding. Call on snowflake obsidian when you want to use your breath as a form of release. So this is just regular obsidian, I guess. This isn't no funky one. But I do have a stone here. One second. Here I have. Okay. Oh yeah. Here I have gold obsidian, and I'll show you its reflective, the bubbles that it's talking about. Okay. You can even see it from there. See how it goes black to shiny? If you're watching the video, see how it changes from black to shining? That is gold obsidian. This is just regular. This is very sharp. It's very sharp. If I wanted to, I could cut something with that. Okay, page 111. Come to calm. I'm not trying to rush the process here, but I feel like I'm dilly-daddling. Come to calm. I like some reggae. On the Mohs hardness scale, this is 5.5 to 6. So the obsidian was 5.5, 5 to 5.5. This is now 5.5 to 6. I play this song on the guitar. Yeah, I love this one. When your nervous system relaxes, your mind can subtly see patterns that were previously obscured. Intuition and intellect, collective consciousness, and individual observation come into balance. You gain perspective and can lean into your own wisdom. In this quiet inner place, you begin to trust yourself and feel steady in the world. For all this to happen, Sodalite murmurs, you need to calm down. You need to soften every bit of you, all the way down to the minute motions of the dendrites of your nerve cells. Take a deep breath. Blow out the stress, the questions, the agitation. Come actively to calm. The ritual is titled Rest and Reset. Mediterranean countries know the power of rest. Afternoon naps are encouraged, if not for actual sleep, then for getting quiet and still so you can rearrange your internal battery. Or recharge, pardon me. Let's restart that. Afternoon naps are encouraged, if not for actual sleep, then for getting quiet and still so you can recharge your internal battery. I'm just going to turn down this music here. It's jamming pretty good. All right, that's a little better. Don't let them change you or even rearrange you. Create a personal culture of rest by designating a time to nap. Not an oops, I fell asleep nap, but an intentional time to lie down and allow yourself to go quiet. Depending on your life, this might happen daily or once a week. Schedule it so you can anticipate it. Now the questions go. What feels truly restful for you? Do you nap in bed, on the sofa, or outside in a hammock? Is there music or silence? Are you in darkness or napping like a cat in a pool of sunlight? Allow your nap time to be a ritual of reset. Go into it intentionally, setting the scene for optimal relaxation so you can come back into balance. The reflection portion is titled Stressed? ? When you're in flight or fight response mode, you can't hear the voice of your heart. And the next card is a heart. Oh, these are very good cards to have here for what we just went through the reading there. You can't hear the voice of your heart, and when you're in fight or flight response mode, and actually you're not supposed to. Our bodies are hardwired to get us out of danger. If Neolithic women hung around wondering if it was her dharma to get eaten by the saber-toothed tiger, our species would have died off long ago. While our flight or fight reflex worked great for saber-toothed tigers, it's not as useful for the stressors of modern-day life. Daily stresses send us biologically into fight or flight, which means even a traffic jam can put you into reactive mode. The most important thing to know about being in constant low-grade reaction is you don't realize you're in it. You might be used to stress. Drink some tea. You never miss the water. That's what the song's saying. I don't know if you guys can hear it yet. I'm going to listen back to the video later and determine if the volume levels are a little too much or whatnot. Like unskilled poker players, many of us have tells that show up when we are under stress. Maybe you bite your nails or twist your hair. Perhaps you talk or scream at other drivers on the road as if they can hear you. Do you know what your personal tells are? The first step is to soothing the fight or flight response. The first step to soothing the fight or flight response is to know you are in it. Beautiful. You only more so. We're turning to Ruby on page 79. And then we'll close out this reading here. We'll pull out one last card for reflection. 79. Here's the artwork. Oh my goodness. See that Black Widow? Beautiful flowers on top. Kind of sad roses on the bottom that are getting old, but still beautiful. But they're sad because they're looking down. Okay, on the Mohs hardness scale, this is an 8, which is much harder than all the others. Ruby is like love. She can fill you up or drain you dry. And like love, Ruby serves as an amplifier, magnifying both your positive and negative traits. She can lead you to courage and self-confidence if those seeds are already nurtured within you. If self-doubt and loathing have taken root, she'll boost those traits in equal measure. Ruby will bolster your energy if you're feeling robust or run down your batteries if you are feeling depleted. She doesn't discriminate or judge. She simply heightens what's already there. As Dorothy found out after she donned the ruby red slippers, there's a bit of a learning curve. Slide that ruby ring onto your finger and you'll become more you. The question is, are you ready? So, cutting cords, cutting the old, letting go of the old emotions, very powerful, groundbreaking stuff. Calming that nervous system. Sodalite, so obsidian was the first. Sodalite's the middle. We're like calming, coming back to center. Earth, water, fire. Air, speaking. We're doing it right now. But earth, water, fire. Calm your nerves, calm down. It even said to breathe. Let go of the questions, the worries, the doubts, whatever's obscuring your thoughts. Calm down. Get out of fight and flight. And then power of Ruby here. Are you ready? Would you be ready for all your power? Would you be ready to receive? If you're defensive, you wouldn't be ready to receive. If your arms are crossed, you can't outstretch your hands and accept. The ritual for Ruby is titled Add Amplitude to Intention. Ruby is the stone of the magician who knows that everything is energy. Changing energy's amplitude changes the world. But how do you change amplitude? With intention and attention. Intention and attention. What you focus on matters. It crafts not just how you see the world, but the world itself. While this might sound far-fetched, imagine if each person on the planet turned their attention to providing food for everyone globally. Because of the amplified attention, ideas and implementation would happen quickly. In short order, hunger would be a thing of the past. Work with this concept on a smaller scale. In the morning, set an intention for your day. Scale to one person's size. It's hard to solve world hunger alone. Yeah. Do the little things, like set a list of goals or whatever. What are your intentions for the day? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that are positive, right? Do an activity like journaling or lighting a candle to solidify your intention and your consciousness. At each meal, take a moment to refocus on your intention. Making sure you're giving in. Oh my goodness. At each meal, take a moment to refocus on your intention, making sure you're giving it attention. At bedtime, note the results. So that's one of the rituals you might do. It says here that in Victoria times, women seeking marriage would wear a small ruby heart to attract a suitor. Now the reflection portion for Ruby is titled Check In. Ruby is like the Black Widow, not because of the deep red markings, which both the spider and the stone share, but because of Ruby's unexpected bite. The Taoist tradition teaches wariness when working with Ruby because she will amplify the negative as readily as the positive, making her soul-sucking for those who work with her unconsciously. Ultimately, Ruby reminds us to check in and see where we need a little self-care or self-discipline. Ruby is the Black Widow spider of the stone world. Sarah Thomas of Upper Clarity School of Stone Medicine. That's a quote from her. They didn't put it in quotations, though. So, a couple questions to reflect upon. How are your energy levels? Are you run down or feeling vibrant? Are unexpressed feelings like anger or jealousy eating at you? What would it look like to become more you? So if you were to amplify the energy that you're in right now, would you want that? So do some reflection. Cut those cords. It's saying, don't forget to breathe. I love saying that. Don't forget to breathe. Cut those cords. Still your nervous system. Calm down. We're just doing a recap here. And then set your intentions with attention. Set your intentions. Intentions is within you. With attention. Okay? Beauty. Now, we're going to cut this tarot deck. We're going to rearrange it. We're going to shuffle it. We're going to cut it. We're going to take the top. We're going to want the upright. We're not doing reverse now. Five of Swords is in the past. You cut those cords. You let go of people that you were combative with. You're sitting in your very material, loving energy, wealthy, giving animals around you. Nature's sitting with you, chilling. Nine of Cups. Satisfied emotionally. Get to this point. Nine of Cups. Then focus on providing that to the world around you, I suppose. Okay. Bottom of the deck is Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So there could be an offer coming in, passionate offer, that's going to help set your intention for the forward moment. Or you might be offering this to someone. Could be love, but it's not a cup. But it's fiery passion. It could be from a fire sign. Yeah, that's it for today. Don't forget to breathe, drink some water, have a cup of tea. Collectively, we're moving forward. There's no stopping it. But in what direction are we moving? That's a good question. Let's cut those cords with the old. You might have to move. You might be moving. You might be getting a new job. You might lose your job. Whatever it is, try not to hold on to the energy of it. Allow it to flow through you with your breath and move towards the most authentic, true version of yourself. Try not to force everything. Force creates resistance. So let it be, man. Or woman. Whoa, man. Okay. That was great. Have a good day.